Aloha, I'm Paul Hatfield, General Manager at Pre-Owned Motor Cars in Kailua, Kona, Hawaii. I've been in the automobile industry for a really long time, 26 years on just the sales side. One thing that I have found that really gets a lot of people fouled up when they're thinking about purchasing a vehicle or any large item that is a depreciating asset, they get hung up on price versus cost. And over the years, when I've asked people what's more important to you, price or cost, I usually get the same response. Well, isn't that the same? In my opinion, it's not. Price, that's the price tag. Whether you're looking at a TV or you're looking at a car, the price is the price tag on the window or on the box. The cost, that's the actual amount of money that's going to come out of your pocket to own and operate your car, right? How much down did you give me today? What are your monthly payments? How long are you making the payments for, right? If you purchased a car that the price tag was $30,000, you put $1,000 down. I'm going to do easy math so I don't have to use a calculator. And you made payments for 10 months of $1,000. You have $11,000 in your cash invested in that car, plus fuel, whatever other maintenance you've had to do over that amount of time, right? So you have $11,000 was your actual cost, okay, to operate that vehicle. If you go to dispose of it, you sell it or you trade it in and all they do is pay it off, you're out the 11 grand. You didn't pay the $30,000 for the car. Your cost of ownership over that amount of time was $10,000. So what I like to do is I like to, find out what's most important to people, right? Is it the price or is it the cost? That payment's going to continue to show up every month, whether you like the vehicle or not, right? So if you settled for a car that you didn't really like because it had a cheap price tag, 5-6 months down the road, that payment's going to continue to show up, like I said, whether you like the car or not. So it's really important to make sure that you figure out all areas of the transaction that are going to equal the cost, right? You have to look at your interest rate. You have to look at your loan term. You have to look at your fuel cost, maybe your insurance cost. You also have to be forward thinking to the how long am I going to own the car? What's the market value of this vehicle going to be in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, whenever I decide to get rid of the vehicle? Am I going to put a lot of miles on the car? Is this the type of vehicle that someone would look at 5 years from now with 150,000 miles on it and still be interested in buying it? Or do I basically have to throw the car away? So you've got to sit down and you've got to figure out what's this vehicle going to cost you? A lot of folks, I hear people say, well, I just need a car to get me from A to B, right? My years of experience, I've learned really what you need to be thinking about is A to D. A is acquisition, D is disposal, okay? And then how much money did it cost me to own the vehicle from A to D? Did it do everything that I needed it to do? And was I okay with writing the check every month for the payment? So you want to look at value. Value is really important, okay? Not just cheap. You get a lot of people looking just for the cheapest car. That $7,000 car that you're going to pay cash for on Craigslist or Marketplace, there's going to be a lot of hidden costs that are going to come with that vehicle. It's very tough to know what that's going to be. And a lot of folks, they'll use all the expendable cash they have to acquire a vehicle. And then when it starts requiring, maintenance and repairs and tow bills and parts, they're in a tough spot. So cheap does not always mean better. Usually cheap doesn't mean better at all. How many times have you been in a situation where you bought something because it seemed like a great deal, whether it be a TV or radio, whatever it was that you purchased, and a few months later you end up having to go spend more money and buy the original item that you probably should have bought the first time, right? And that first item you bought doesn't really have any value to it. So, you just threw that money away. You always want to get the right vehicle the first time, because the right vehicle the second time always ends up costing you way more than it would have if you just purchased the right vehicle the first time around. It's always good to pump the brakes, do a little research, look at your budget, have conversations with people who are knowledgeable in the industry, not just someone who's looking to try to jam you into a car today. someone who's willing to sit down with you, find out what your wants and needs are, find out, what you're going to be doing with the vehicle, how many family members you have. Make sure that there's somebody who actually cares about the end user of the vehicle. That's you. What you're going to be doing with it, how long you're going to own the car for, what your monthly budget is, and how we can find the right vehicle that helps suit your wants and needs for the budget. Not just, well, here's a cheap car, buy this, and hopefully, you're not coming back in a few months with then you need a transmission, right? You want to deal with pros, but you've got to make yourself the pro first. You need to research it. You need to sit down and really, if it's you and your spouse or you and your other half that's going to be making this decision together, sit down and have an open conversation about what you need your car to do. It's really easy to figure out what you want your next vehicle to be, right? Because they're nice, they're pretty. There's a lot of flashy cars out there. A lot of things that, when you look at them aesthetically, they're very pleasing. Sit down and figure out, what do we need our car to do first? What are our needs? Make sure your budget can cover your needs. And if you decide to add some wants on there as well, and you can afford it and it makes sense for you, go for it. But cover your needs, because when your needs are not met, that's when you end up buying another car sooner than you thought you were going to have to. So that's just a quick discussion there about price versus cost. Remember, cost is the amount of money I'm writing the check for every month, the amount of money I'm giving you today, how long I'm going to own the car for, and is this a vehicle that has good resale value when I decide I want to get rid of the car. Here in Hawaii, there are some specific cars that come in mind that have much better resale value than others. Toyota Tacoma, right? They're a high demand here, so that vehicle is going to have a higher resale value. So maybe the price was higher to acquire the car, but if you get more for it at the end when you go to get rid of the car, that helps offset some of your cost. 4Runners are the same. Jeep Wranglers are a great island car. There's a lot of them running around. They're great vehicles for the island. So when you're picking out a vehicle, you want to make sure that you're thinking about the disposal part of things as well. How easy is it going to be to get rid of? Is it going to be a desirable vehicle to whoever the next person is? Make sure that this is the type of car that somebody else is going to want, right? Other things that we like to make sure that we help our customers focus on is you also want to make sure that you have the right financial offer to not only suit your budget today, but for years to come, right? You want to try to make sure you get the right interest rate, the right loan term. If you can get a warranty, right, that might be more initial cost. However, it can save you a lot in the future. You get a warranty today and your monthly payment goes up $40 a month, but it keeps you from having to purchase a $7,000 transmission down the road. You sure saved yourself a lot of costs, didn't you? So those are other things that you want to make sure that you fit into the budget when you're discussing your automotive needs, what you're looking to accomplish, what I can afford today. A lot of people are very today focused. I need my payment to be $400. And if, the payment comes out to 500, they don't want to do it. However, if you were to ask that person 6 months down the road for $7,000 for a large repair, a lot of times they don't have it, right? It's easier to come up with $100 a month than it is $7,000 all at once. So these are all things that you need to make sure that you're taking into account when you're looking for a vehicle. The price versus cost. Hey, if you ever want to come by and have that discussion with us, we'd be more than happy to do that with you. We're pre-owned motor cars on the corner of Kuakini Highway and Kalani. We've been in business for 30 years. We're family owned and operated. We have sales associates here who have all been in the industry for a really long time. Check us out on Google. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews. We're one of the highest rated dealers on the island. We have a full service repair facility as well. We're also Mazda of Kona Service Center. If you like this video, like and subscribe. We do more of these, try to do a lot of informative things. And stop by, have a cup of Kona coffee, and we'd be happy to chat. Aloha.